Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Shelby and today we're going to be going over a book haul of all the books that I have gotten super recently. I recommend that you go ahead and grab a cup of coffee or a snack because I got a lot of books and we're going to be here for a minute. So I've gotten several books over the last maybe month or so, month and a half. I went to Second and Charles, which is a used book place. It also has new stuff too. It's basically just like a store that has everything good in it. And I went over there and stacked up on their books. They have so many that are super cheap and they're technically used, but they don't look used at all. We'll get into it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And I also got some at Target because they were having a buy two get the third one free, and I work for Target, so I also got a discount on top of that. I was racking up the points. So again, a little background, my favorite books are classics. I love a good classic, but I read everything. I read a little bit of everything. And also if it's a recommendation, I'm gonna read it. So I do have some recs, I do have some classics, got some used, got some new, got some paperback, got some hardback. We'll get into it. Let's go. Also, please don't judge my clothes. I am still in my jammies and I got a little cold, so I put a sweater on. This is how we rocking today. Okay, so first let's go over the Second and Charles haul part of this video. I got all my classics over there, so I'll just share those now. So if you've been keeping up with me, you know that my favorite author is Faulkner. I am a huge Faulkner collection and I want all of his stuff. So I got 4 works from Faulkner while I was there. These were just the 4 that they had that I didn't already have, so of course I picked them up. The first one is the Sound and Fury. This they had a lot of these copies, but this was the prettiest one, and it was, get this, $2.45. Come on, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. That's so cheap for less than $3 for this. And there's no writing or anything except for in the very beginning. Let me show you. It's really funny. Okay, here we go. The first page, like the opening page, and the copyright says, "A tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." And then it says the date that this was written on, April 7th, 1928. That's what Faulkner put in there. And this person underneath it put, "Good Saturday, Benji's 33rd birthday." And then he underlined some stuff. He started annotating a little bit. At the bottom, he says crying, hence the name Caddy and stuff. And then he does a little bit more throughout the book. At the beginning, he'll up until page 6, he'll do some underlining every once in a while. And then he just gave up. He did not read this book anymore, it looks like. No more annotations, no scribbles, no nothing. So this person that got this book before me hated it. And I think that's really funny that he used such strong language. I got the Unvanquished, and I was really excited to get this one because it matches my other Faulkner novels that I have. It's that same vintage publishing, and I got this one for $5.95. I think this is the most expensive Faulkner book that I got, probably because it is in such pretty condition. It looks brand spanking new, and this one unfortunately does not have any cute scribbles in it. And then I got 2 Faulkner novels that are from the same publishing. It's that vintage, but it's not the same exact edition, if that makes sense. These are both vintage copyrights, but they look kind of different. These 2 match, and this one matches those other 2 that I have that I got from Barnes & Noble a while back. But I mean, it's the same publishing. That's cool, I guess. They sort of kind of match a little bit, but that's not why I got them. I got them because they're awesome covers. They do have some wear and tear. They are not perfect and pristine like some of the other ones that I got, and that's really exciting. So this one, Go Down Moses, is got a little bit of creasing on the sides. You can tell somebody read this book, which I appreciate. Somebody got to love this before me. It was $3.50, again, less than $4. That is insane. And this does have some scribbles on it. I do not know if these scribbles signify every time they read the book. I don't really know what it is, but it says spring of 98, spring of 98, fall of 98, spring of 99, and summer of 99. And I think that's super cute. I don't know why that's there. I'm assuming that's every time that they read the book, because this book definitely looks loved. It looks like somebody really loved it, and I love that. It's got some like scratches on the back too, but other than that, in the very front, there's not really much in here. There are some underlinings every once in a while, like this. You've got some good annotations in there, but that's about it. There's every once in a while some lines, every once in a while some scribbles in the margins. I love that. I love a good book that has some annotations, so this is so fun. So when I got these two, I like in my brain, of course, I wanted to believe that the same person sold these books to Second and Charles. I don't think they did though, because this one, Light in August, does not have any markings in it whatsoever. It was loved though. You can tell the spine definitely has some wear on it. You can tell that somebody read it, but there are no pen marks, no pencil marks, no nothing like that. No dog ears, nothing. So I can tell that they read it, but I don't think it was the same person that read it because there's nothing in here. No scribbles. But this copy was $6, so this copy was the most expensive Faulkner that I got, because this is the last one from Second Charles that I got, so that's super exciting. Very pretty copy, matches Go Down Moses, so there we go. I have one more Faulkner book that was hiding. I forgot I got it. Now I can't really pronounce this name. Call this book The Rivers. I've looked it up and everybody says the title of this book differently. It is Reivers. I call it Rivers, but I'm probably saying it wrong. But I got this one. It was $5.95, brand new. You can tell has not been read, has not been loved. And it did come from the same place that my other vintage one came from. You can tell because the back of it does not have a Second and Charles sticker. It has this same U sticker that does not have a like name or anything on it. I can't tell where these books came from, but I can tell that they were donated or sold by the same people. And they both, again, look like they haven't been used. That is exciting. Now I have, that's 4 Faulkner books that have this same like printing covers on them. And then I have the other 2 that are also vintage publishing, but they look different. I think this was maybe the older version. This is the newer one. I don't know. But the Rivers one also does not have any annotations, does not have any scribbles. Looks brand freaking new. All right, so that was all the Faulkner that I got at Second Charles. That was 5 books, but I also got a ton more. Let's start off with the Phantom of the Opera. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I blacked out when I bought this because I don't remember picking it up. I don't remember grabbing it, but I mean, hey, I have it now and I've never read it, so that's cool. I paid $2.70 for it, which is probably why I picked it up because it is so cheap. And it is that Barnes & Noble Classics cover, which I just love because they match. I have several Barnes & Noble Classics, and if I find one in the wild in a used bookstore, I'm probably gonna get it because they're just gorgeous and I'm a sucker for them. I also got another Barnes & Noble Classics edition of The Jungle. I've never read this book. I have read snippets for different classes, like some English classes and stuff. I had to read and write about some sections, but I have never read the whole thing cover to cover, and I want to change that. So I got this one for $2.90. Hello, that's insane. And it does not have any annotations, no scribbles. Very pretty book. I'm going pretty strong with the Barnes & Noble Classics covers, so I'm just going to keep going with it. Another one that I got is the Count of Monte Cristo. This is a really thick buddy, and I want to read it really bad, but as y'all know, I'm doing the 52 book challenge, and that's kind of hard because I work full-time and I'm in school full-time, so that's already kind of a lot to handle, and I think throwing a big chonking book like this would really put a wrench into my plans, but I definitely want to read it. $2.75, very exciting. Hopefully I will get around to it soon. And I got 2 Charles Dickens books that are the Barnes & Noble Classics covers. I have A Tale of Two Cities. I have read this book before, cannot tell you a thing about it. I don't remember anything. I remember reading it. I remember that I read it in like 8th or 9th grade and I really liked it. Just unfortunately don't remember anything about it, so I'm gonna reread it eventually. It was, get this, are you ready? Drum roll. $1.95. $1.95 for this book, and it is beautiful. No annotations, no scribbles, brand new. And then the other Barnes & Noble's Classics cover of a Charles Dickens book that I got is Great Expectations. This is one of my mom's favorites. She really likes this book a lot. It was $2.50, so of course I had to get my hands on it, and I want to read it. I've heard a lot of people love this book. A lot of my professors say that this is their favorite book of all time, so of course I had to snag it. And then I did get one more Charles Dickens book, so I'm not going to count Tale of Two Cities as my first Charles Dickens book because like I said, I don't remember anything. I was probably too young to be reading it because it obviously didn't stick with me. And I looked up the best one to start with, and it's his first one, the Pickwick Papers. So I grabbed it, $2.75. It is huge, but people really like this book. People swear by it, and this is a book that's gonna hurt my eyeballs because look at that print. That is small. That is very close together as in terms of the lines. So this is really gonna hurt my brain reading it. I'm probably gonna get a headache. But that's, you know, part of the fun, I guess. I am very excited to read it. All right, I have 3 more classics to talk about from Second and Charles. This one is technically a Barnes & Noble Classics, but it is an older edition. It's not printed like the same way that the new ones are with like the same like graphic design. So technically it is, sorry, I moved the camera. Technically it is a Barnes & Noble Classics, but the cover is not the same, so I'm like not gonna include it on that same shelf. But it was $1.90. It was The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I've read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, not Huckleberry Finn, so I grabbed it. I also got The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I've always wanted to read this book and I've never had it or never read it. It was $2.35 and it is technically used, but it is brand new. It is very pretty. You can tell that the spine is just gorgeous. This looks like I pulled it right out of Barnes & Noble. It's just such a pretty copy. It would really surprise me if anybody's ever even opened this because of how tight that spine still is. And the last classic that I got at Second and Charles, well, the last book that I got at Second and Charles is Uncle Tom's Cabin. It is a huge book. I have read it before in sections, never the full entire thing. I wanted to change that because I did like the little snippets that I was forced to read in school, and I liked it. So I want to read it cover to cover. It was $3.20, which is a steal for how ginormous this book is. And it is not annotated or anything like that. And it looks huge and intimidating, but the print is actually fabulous. The line spacing is very respectable in the sense that I don't think I'm gonna get a headache when I read it. I think it'll be a much quicker read than it looks. And it has been read before because we've got some breakage in the spine, which is really fun. I love it when you can tell that somebody's read it. Okay, so the big chunk of this video is over. That is all of my Second and Charles books that I got. Now I'm going to talk about the books that I was recommended to read. So I got 3 nonfiction books. These are 2 hardcovers, which if you know me, you know that I hate hardcover, but these books are actually cheaper hardcover, so I got them hardcover. The first one that we're going to talk about is The Magnolia Story. I love Joanna Gaines. Joanna Gaines is like my favorite. She's so sweet. She's so humble, and her design is impeccable. It's where I get like all of my inspiration is from her basically. And somebody told me that this book was awesome. It was actually my HR manager at Target before he left. He told me that this book was awesome and that I needed to read it. So I asked for it for Christmas and my mama got me a copy. So now I have The Magnolia Story. These 2 books actually just came in the mail yesterday. I got them from Amazon. And the first one being Becoming by Michelle Obama. I have wanted this book for a really long time, but I just couldn't let myself spend the 30-something dollars that it is. I think it's like 32 bucks. I just couldn't let myself spend it, especially since it's hardcover and I don't love hardcover anyways. But Amazon was having it on sale for $11. I'm thinking because it's February, it's Black History Month, people are really pushing her novel. I'm assuming that's why, but I was thinking about getting it anyways because I really want to read books that are written by Black authors in the month of February so that I can do my part and learn some Black history. So I am definitely going to be reading this really, really soon. I was so excited to finally get it and for such a cheap price because 32 bucks is a lot, but 11, that's something I can rock with. I can roll with an $11 book. And I also got, I believe you pronounce her name Haben, or maybe it's Haven. I'm not super sure. But she is the deaf and blind woman who conquered Harvard Law. And this book is actually super exciting that I have because there is a deaf woman who works at Target with me. And she saw that I read on my lunch breaks and everything. And so she just asked me one day, she typed a little note on her phone and she said, "Do you like to read?" And I said, "Yes, I love to read." And so she took some pictures of some books that she thought I would like, this being one of them. And the other one that she said is I Can't Hear You, I'm Deaf. No, no, sorry, I Can't See You, I'm Deaf. And that book is in the mail. It should be getting here next week. But this one and the Michelle Obama book came yesterday. So I'm going to be reading this book pretty soon. It is a biography about this woman's life. This woman wrote it, and since it was recommended to me, of course I'm going to read it. I mean, hello, that's an awesome recommendation. And I was so glad that she gave me these recommendations, because I think that's so sweet that she watched and saw that I really like to read, and she recommended me a couple books that will give me an insight on her life as a deaf woman, and I think that's awesome. So I am so excited to have this copy. Those are the books that were recommended to me that I grabbed that were nonfiction, but these three, the last three of the book haul, are fiction, and I'm so excited because all of these books are from BookTube. All the booktubers told me to get these books, so I listened, and I got them. So the first one being Such a Fun Age. This is a hardcover book. I cannot find it in paperback. I don't know if it comes in paperback or not, or if I just haven't seen it in the wild in paperback. Not super sure, but I got it in hardback, and it was originally supposed to be really expensive. Let me look. So this book in US dollars is $26, and in Canada it's $35, and $26 is just too expensive for me to justify buying a book. Normally I go really cheap, that's why I do used, but Target was having a buy 2 books get 1 free, so this book actually came to me free. So people said that this was a really good book to go towards because it is just awesome. People really recommend it. They say it's an awesome read, and this is a Black female author, and like I said, I want to be reading these in the month of February. So now in the month of February, I'm trying to read Becoming by Michelle Obama. Sorry, I keep hitting my tripod. And Such a Fun Age. These are 2 that I want to read in the next few weeks, along with When No One Is Watching. This is also a Black female author, Alyssa Cole, and I was super excited to get this book because it is a thriller. I have not read a good thriller in such a long time, and people say that this book is excellent. So I grabbed it, and this book I looked at and I wanted it, but I wasn't gonna spend the money on it because I don't ever buy new books for myself. And then I really thought about it, and then Target started having that sale. So I had to do it. I had to get it. I was so excited. I love it when Target does these sales because I just feel like I have an excuse to really splurge, you know what I mean? So I splurged with these 2 books. I wasn't actually gonna get them because I just felt bad spending so much money, but they were on such a good sale that I got both of these books for $9. $9. Hello, you cannot beat that. $9 for 2 books, and they're Black female authors that I'm gonna be reading this month. I'm so excited. And this is a book that I'm currently reading. It was recommended to me as in the sense of BookTube, so it wasn't personally recommended to me, but everybody said that this book will break you, it will destroy you, it is such a good book, and that it is the best and worst book that people have ever read. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm the least compassionate person in the entire world, and I hate that about myself. I want to change that so bad. And people said that this book will make you think about people in a way that you've never thought about anybody ever before. So I had to get it. That is A Little Life. And it is so good so far. So far it is so good. I am on page 240, I believe, and I can't put it down. I talk about this book day and night. I talk about it at work, with my work friends, at the house, with my husband, with my parents. I talk about this book to everyone, and it's so good so far. And I'm building up these walls in my heart because I feel like I know what's gonna go down. And I'm scared that it's gonna happen, but everybody says that this book breaks you. So I'm thinking that I know what's coming. So I'm building up that wall in my heart just in case it happens. I'm scared it's gonna happen. But anyways, this is a book that I got, and it's so far excellent. And then after I finish this book, I'm going to read one of the books that I got that are written by Black female authors so that I can have these read in the month of February for Black History Month. This book is actually written by an Asian woman author, and it is so far excellent. I love it. Her name is Hanya, and I don't know how to spell the last, I know how to spell the last name. I don't know how to say the last name. I looked it up in different interviews and stuff, and nobody has said it consistently. I think it's pronounced Yanagihara, but I'm not super sure. But so far, this is becoming the best book that I've ever read, ever. And so I had to talk about it as the last book in my haul. And you will hear about it in my February wrap-up, because this is the first book that I'm reading in February. And it's amazing. and I'm in love with it so far. All right, so that is all of the books that I got. Super exciting to share them all with you. And now my bookshelf that my husband made me is like almost completely full. It is so full because of all these books. I'm so excited. I'll put in a little clip of what I'm talking about. My husband made me this chair and this bookshelf, and it's like a little reading corner. It's so cute. I love it so much, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching this book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found a book in here that you have also read that maybe you can tell me if it was good or not, or if you recommend it or whatever. Let's talk, let's chat in the comments. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you so much. Bye.